Do you grow winter squash or summer squash or cucumbers? Have you noticed that from time to time a flower will form but no fruit develops, or a lot of flowers form and no fruit develops? This seems to be a common problem for a lot of gardeners, and I want to show you what I do about it. This is a male squash flower, winter squash. It's a variety known as neck pumpkin or Pennsylvania Dutch crookneck squash. We're looking at the stem leading up to the flower, and as we pan up, you see just a beautiful orange-yellow, very large blossom. The inside of a male squash flower, it tends to have a single spike, or maybe there would be 3 spikes side by side. A female squash flower, again on a neck pumpkin squash plant, looks very similar to a male squash flower. When you look toward the base of the flower where it connects to the plant, you can see it's quite different there. Instead of just a stem coming up, a straight stem, you actually see a miniature fruit. That's the fruit that's going to grow up into a very large squash. Inside of a female squash flower tends to be obviously different from the inside of a male squash flower. Look in there and you see 3 landing platforms, as it were. That would be the pistils of the flower, and that's where you need to get pollen if you want the fruit behind the flower to develop. If no pollen lands on those things, then the fruit will shrivel up and fall off the plant within a couple of days. And especially at this time when we're not seeing a lot of bees flying around our gardens, this has been a problem for a lot of people. So, I encourage anyone growing winter squash especially to get out every morning, find the female squash flowers, try to catch them before noon on the day they open, and pollinate them to make sure that it's happened. Find a fresh male squash flower. Stems are usually quite brittle, so I'll just bend it and it should crack off. And then I can pull it through my trellis. And again, look down inside and you can see the stamen of the flower. And also there's a lot of pollen around the base here. You can kind of see it with the naked eye, just little grains. You notice I just tore off all the petals, and now I have a stamen that's pretty much covered with pollen. And I'm going to take that over and use it to pollinate the female blossom. There's nothing tricky here. I want to get the stamen of the male blossom down deep into the female blossom and just rub it around on the pistils in there. Since I started hand pollinating my squash, I can honestly say, and I'm not making this up, I haven't lost a single squash that I hand pollinated. Before I hand pollinated, I would see many female squash flowers just wither and fall off. So it's made a huge difference in production in my garden. Hope you give it a try, and good luck.